If anybody gonna be singing on the record, it's gonna be me, son.
Mariah Carey, we are talking about. Come on. Hey, all I want for Christmas is you.
What the f is control, broken something?
Hey, man, are you even listening to me?
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love Wu-Tang, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we were talking about Wu-Tang and American Saga, Season 3, Episode 7. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. Now the title of the episode is called Shadow Boxing, and the description of the episode reads, in order to secure a deal for their new label, Divine must deliver on the promises he's made to music executive Tommy Mottola. But upon returning to Wu Mansion, he learns that signing members and getting dirty to feature on a song is easier said than done. And man, your boy Divine, he had a hell of an episode, y'all. He was stressed out. He could not get things the way he wanted it to go, but he was able to make those signings. But still, it definitely was not easy. And of course, he pissed some people off. We know that Spectre was pissed off at him, and Ray, he ended up getting pissed off at him as well about that credit card. And Ray was telling him, you trying to show out in front of these white people and all that stuff. You changed. You used to be one of us. I mean, he kept hearing that throughout this episode. And Divine is like, man, I'm just trying to handle this business. You know, I ain't trying to come at y'all in no disrespectful manner, but I guess that's the price of being the boss when you running things. Everybody's not going to agree with you, even though you're just trying to help them out. At the same time, we know Divine, he ended up missing his, his baby's birthday party. So y'all know he was mentally not there. I mean, he kept telling his baby's mom that he's going to come, he going to be there, but it was just getting entirely too late. And like I said, it was not the best episode for him. But let's begin. What do we see in episode 7? Now, Divine has to make this deal with Tommy. And we know Tommy, he used to be married to your girl Mariah Carey back in the 90s. And he wants to make sure that Ghost, Cap, and of course ODB is signed. That way they can secure this whole deal for the new label. Now Tommy tells him that Mariah wants ODB on the Fantasy remix, and it would be a great idea, but Divine has to make sure he can get Dirty to sign. But that's not going to be easy. Now Divine is having a conversation with Bobby. We know Bobby is out in LA. He's setting up Razor Sharp out there, and Divine tells him all Tommy wants is to sign Cap, Ghost, and Dirty, and he's going to lock the label down. So like I told y'all, even though it sounds okay, we know it's going to be difficult for him to do that. And we also learned that Steve is thinking about selling Loud to Sony, so a lot of things are definitely changing. Now Divine gets to the Wu Mansion, and they having a huge party. I mean, the whole entire place is packed. And I'm thinking like, man, you can't do no type of business up in there. You can't even think straight with all these people. Now, we know he's looking for Ghost. He can't find him. He goes to talk to ODB for a little bit, tells him he wants to talk to him later on about the deal with Mariah, and we end up meeting Hunter, Dirty's manager, and I'm thinking like, man, this dude don't seem right. He seems off, and you can tell Divine is like, what the hell is going on up in here? Now, he has the conversation with Gary. He's talking about his album, and, he wants to know if it's done yet, and Gary tells him, yeah, it is done, but he's just waiting for verses from his clan members, and if he gets that, he should be good. And, of course, Divine is talking about getting Dirty to come down and record, and Gary tells him, look, we can't get that dude to do anything. I mean, you knew how long it took for him to even get his album completed. So that's not going to be easy. And he was not lying at all. Now, Divine is keep getting calls from Nia about, their kid's birthday. He wants to make sure he is there. But Divine is entirely too busy. I'm thinking like, dude, you got to make something work because you don't want to miss your child's birthday. And all the stuff that he was doing up in there, he ended up slipping up. And I know Nia was pissed off. Now, Divine finally talks to ODB about Mariah, the Fantasy remix. She wants him to be on there. And ODB is like, look, if anybody's going to be singing on the record, it's going to be me. He ain't trying to do it at all. And I'm thinking like, man, this dude flat out crazy. We talking about Mariah Carey in the 90s. She was big. And look at Divine, man. He was pissed off like, dude, are you crazy? I mean, all the hits she got and you talking about some no? I mean, your boy Divine was definitely going through it in this episode. And ODB kept telling Divine to talk to his manager if it's anything related to music or whatever. He wants him to talk to Hunter. And I'm looking at this dude like, really? I don't know where he found him. I believe they was talking about like a club or whatever. This dude seems completely off, as I told you guys earlier. Seems like he's on some type of drugs. He just don't seem right. Now, while Divine is losing his mind, he finally runs into Ghost. He shows up because he's been looking for him all along. He's been hearing about the rumors of him, going to other labels. and he wants to talk to him about it. He wants to talk to him about the new deal with Tommy, and your boy Ghost ain't trying to hear it. He tells Divine, like, look, I'm not trying to talk to you about none of that. Don't disrespect me, God. You know what I'm saying? He ain't playing. And I'm looking like, man, this dude is really on one. Now, Divine, he runs into Cap, and he has a conversation with him about signing him to Razor Sharp. And he tells him $700K. That's how much you're going to be getting. This dude thought it was $700, but once he told him it was $700K, he was like, bet. I don't need no lawyer at all. Let's make that deal. Now, Inspector hears the news about Cap signing, and he's pissed off because earlier on in the episode, he was talking to Divine about, Razor Sharp and if everything worked out with Tommy. And we know Divine told him they're still in the process of getting everything to go through. So once he heard about him signing Cap, he was like, really? Like, nah, I definitely got to have a conversation with him. Now, Divine has a conversation with Ray about that credit card. Like, dude, like, are you crazy? This man done spent over $14,000, y'all. I mean, this part had me cracking up. This man spent over $750 at Red Lobster. He ain't spending money at Blockbuster. I mean, this dude just spending and he don't care. He said, look, this is for business. But y'all know Divine ain't trying to hear any of that. He said, man, I'm not paying this. You supposed to pay it. And that's it. And we know Ray was telling him, oh, you trying to show out in front of these white folks. You acting all different like you used to be one of us. So these two definitely did not have a good ending. Divine tells him he just going to take it out of his check. And matter of fact, we just going to stop payments. How about that? And we know Ray told him, you don't really know what you're doing and you care more about bills. But I'm thinking like, really? Like, dude, you was at the strip joint with the credit card. Like, what are you talking about? He got to do what he got to do as far as the bills and make sure that the business is running. But guess what? We know this will be a major issue. I can't wait to see how it's all going to end. Y'all can let me know what y'all thought about this whole storyline. Now, Divine talks to ODB once again, and now Dirty is telling him he will do the deal with Mariah for $1 million. So now Divine, he's really flipping out like, dude, are you crazy? $1 million? Like, that's not happening at all. Like I told y'all, Divine was going through it in this episode. That man's blood pressure was high as hell. And then after that, he talks to your boy Inspector, and we know he pissed off. He's like, what's going on, man? I've been waiting all this time doing everything y'all telling me to do, and you signed Cap. Like, what about me? And I mean, he wasn't hating on Cap, but he was just like, man, it's just crazy that he's been putting all this work, and pretty much he hasn't seen anything from the work he's been putting in. He was even talking to Gary about all the work he's been doing, and hopefully that it will pay off eventually. But as of right now, he does not think that is the case. Now, Divine talks to Power, and everything was good at first. We know Power wants to talk about business and stuff. Divine, he ain't got time to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? He tells him, look, we can talk later, not right now. So you can tell just by the look on his face that he's not having the best day. Now, Divine talks to Hunter, and come to find out, this dude is probably smarter than he looks. He looks crazy as hell, but he's actually smart. He talked to Dirty about the Mariah deal, and he has agreed to do it. I believe he said for $50K or something like that. And he told Dirty that he can probably get up to $3 million on the back end. So he's pretty much good. And we know Hunter is talking about, look, you can just pay off that debt. I guess it was like $27,000. And Divine, he can't really say no. I mean, this guy is definitely smarter than he looks. And, you know, business is business, as he told him. Now, Divine gets the call once again from Nia. And now it's too late. Like, dude, you done missed your baby's party. It's over. And you've been so busy doing all this other stuff, you don't have time to go home and do anything with your family. So you already know that's going to be a shaky situation for him once he goes back home. Now, they end up finding Ghost, and look at him. This dude is pretty much laid out. And, you know, come to find out, the doctor believes that he probably is diabetic, and maybe he should go get some more work, some more blood work to, you know, just to make sure he is good. And y'all know Ghost, he ain't trying to hear that, but Cherie tells him, you got to do what you got to do for your health. You have to take care of yourself. Now, Ghost does end up signing as well. So now your boy Divine is 3 for 3. He has completed his mission on getting these signings, and hopefully his stress levels can drop down. Now, we know Inspector was pissed off at Divine about the whole deal that he's made with Cap. And he feel like since it's not his time to shine, he might as well just leave. So that's exactly what he ended up doing, taking his stuff, and he bounced. Now, your boy Hunter, he done ordered some more pieces on that card. Y'all know Divine was pissed off when he seen this. But hey, as Hunter told him, business is business. Now, we know Divine ended up having a conversation once again about Gary's album. And Gary told him he is waiting until he can get all the crew members to come in and do the recordings. But Divine, he was so stressed out. He says, look, we don't got time for that. He pretty much told these people that the album will be made or ready to go by next week. And we know Divine ended up telling his assistant that he will talk to them later on, because it doesn't seem like that album is going to be made in time, especially based on how hard it is to get any of those members in there to do any recordings. The episode ends out with Divine having a final conversation with Bobby. The Bobby pretty much tells him, did you get everything that you needed? Divine says yes, but we know it was very stressful. It was tough for him to get all those things. I mean, he damn near had a panic attack in this episode from the looks of it. He was going through it, y'all. I just hope everything turns out okay for him. But I guess, as I told you guys earlier, when you're the boss, when you're running a business and you depend on people to do their part of the job, it may not go as you plan. And of course, that's going to create stress levels. So all my Wu-Tang old heads, I want y'all to leave that knowledge down below like y'all do each and every week, and let us know exactly how all of this really went down and if this is really how it went. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.